Well, I was just sent two things, a video and a podcast, both kind of in the same vein, it seems, outpouring or revival. And I haven't listened to the podcast yet, but I started listening to the video. It was just like a worship session or maybe a conference. And they started singing and, normal, what you do at these conferences. And started praying, and they started singing an old, I think it's a Will Regan song or United Pursuit, Fill Me Up. And I don't know, I just started kind of feeling like a little guilty, like greedy almost. Like God, you've chosen to fill us fully. You willingly choose us fully, and we're kind of asking for more. And this is just my personal conviction. So I started just singing out a different line of like, I lay me down, instead of like, fill me up. Sorry, my voice is broken, but more of like, lay me down. I lay me down in humility, in brokenness, because I've got nothing, Lord, without you. And it's just this idea of just reverence, just the imagery of Mary pouring out her perfume and washing Jesus' feet with her hair is kind of the thought. And as soon as I started singing this and like posturing my heart to bring that worship to the Lord, I thought of this game that I used to play as a kid at my grandparents' house. And my kids, today will play periodically it's called Guess Who, or the knockoff is called Who Am I? And it's a game of, there's like 30 characters, and the goal is to guess who the other person's character is. But the game that we have now is rather flimsy, and easily the pieces are like they stand up, and you bring them down. When it's not the person, you lay them down. And sometimes when we play with this thing, all the pieces easily fall over. And I just had this image of being behind the thing, and then with them all standing up and just going, whew. And they all fall down. And the question remains, who am I? And it's just like Jesus was just calling it out, saying, who am I? That we would all fall down before him in pursuit of who he is, pursuit of his identity. And then kind of the image, this vision, I guess it was a vision, I don't know, I try not to make too much of things. This vision continued. It was like from that, and it transitioned into dominoes, and setting up dominoes. And it started, and a vision is not very clear the way that I see it. It's not just like how we talk, or it's not how like a movie is played out. It just jumps sometimes. Excuse me. And I saw dominoes being set up, and at first it was one row, one line of dominoes. And then it started falling, and then it split. You split them off, and you can have two lines, and then all of a sudden the two lines turned into four lines, and exponentially, and all of a sudden it's an army of dominoes that are being toppled over. And it's to the point where there's not even enough dominoes to continue the trail, because they've all fallen. We've run out of dominoes because revival has come, and the people have humbled themselves and have fallen down before the Lord their God, in worship. And that's what I feel like is coming. That's what I feel like the Lord is speaking. It's this image of humility and laying ourselves down before him, and the fact that he will provide more fire than there is fuel to burn the fire. His fire is all consuming. So that's what I've got. that's where I'm at today. And bring it on, Lord. Yeah. Amen.